welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly July message for all of the Aquariuses out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Aquarius out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic, intuitive, and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. Without further ado, Aquarius, let's dive right into your monthly message. All right, Aquarius, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Aquarius this month? All right. Okay, Aquarius. You are starting off at the King of Cups. Now, this is very interesting because I just finished doing Libra's reading and they were starting out at the Queen of Cups. So if you have Libra anywhere in your chart, if it's your rising or if it is your moon, you're going to want to go look at that reading as well. So King of Cups energy, this is emotional intelligence. Okay, so I feel that where you currently are is you are needing to be really utilizing your intuition here and listening to your emotions and what it is providing you. I feel that it's about finding balance in your emotions. One thing I can tell you about the King of Cups is that he doesn't allow outside things to sort of sway him in any way. He always finds his center. And regardless of what's going on around him, whether it's the people around him, whether it's situations or circumstances around him, he doesn't allow that to sway him from being in his element or being happy or centered or in balance. And I feel that is ultimately where you currently are and what you're needing to sort of keep in mind here, okay? Now, I feel that also with this King of Cups here being where you currently are, it's that I feel that you're needing to ultimately, it's almost like you're needing to express this outwardly. Like other people look towards you here, Aquarius, to be the way shower, or like to show the way on how to be in balance with your emotions. It's interesting because I feel like you tend to keep your emotions sort of closed off, because when I look vertically here, I see the King of Cups with the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. And I feel like I feel like when it comes to your emotions here, Aquarius, you tend to sort of keep your emotions at bay. Almost to the point where you stuff them down. You don't really allow them to be seen, because it's like you sort of look at your emotions as, I don't want to say you look at them in a negative way, but it's almost like you're really asking yourself, I keep hearing like this, I'm too macho for that. I'm too macho for that. I don't know why I keep hearing that, but I just keep hearing that. So it's almost like you look at these emotions when they come up and you sort of evaluate them very quickly. And you ask yourself, is this really worth me investing into, right? But I feel you do that with every single emotion, even when it comes to happiness and joy. And I feel that what you're really needing to do is really reflect on the emotions that you are having and really ask yourself, am I really allowing myself to express my emotions, or am I choosing only the ones that I feel need to be expressed? I think that's important here because I feel that you ultimately, when I look diagonally here, with the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Hierophant here, Aquarius, what I'm seeing is that when it comes to your emotions and emotional intelligence in general, I feel that sometimes you're very quick to shut off those emotions, and you don't really allow yourself to feel the emotions you need to feel so that you can learn that emotional intelligence, right? Because with the Hierophant, it's really about learning. It's learning to understand what it represents, what it means, how you grow and expand, or how you come to a different understanding, right? It's all about expansion and growth, and it's about learning at a higher level. I also feel that, with the Hierophant, it's really about, our belief system and the things that we often believe about ourselves. Like maybe there's a belief here that you have in regards to emotional intelligence. And because I kept hearing I'm too macho for that, it's almost like it's this idea, right, that most masculine men have, that they're not supposed to be weak. Like if they show any type of emotion, it makes them weak. And I feel that's really what's coming up. So I feel like this is that divine masculine energy that's sort of coming up and needing to be expressed, that needs to be healed and needs to be balanced here. Because what it's ultimately saying is that in order for you to be in balance with emotional intelligence, you have to embrace your emotions, acknowledge your emotions, allow your emotions to be, and learn how to it's almost like you need to allow yourself to feel the emotions that come up, because that is how you grow. That is how you learn. It's how you develop better emotional intelligence. Okay. Now, what is the theme? You have the Page of Pentacles here as your theme card. Now, the Page of Pentacles is really about, I feel like you're very resourceful, and I feel that what this month is really going to teach you here, Aquarius, is that you're needing to find the balance in both spiritual and physical. Because I feel like with this Page of Pentacles, it's telling you, it's like Spirit is giving you all of these resources or all of these things that you're particularly asking for. But you're not really, it's like you're forgetting that when you are trying to manifest, or when you're trying to grow something, or when you're trying to create something, it's all about emotion. Emotion is what drives and what feeds your dreams and your desires. And so I feel that you have to really look at this from a very intuitive perspective, and you have to be willing to face those emotions, like whether they're fears, whether they're anxieties, whatever they are. I feel ultimately, Aquarius, because as I look at these cards, I keep hearing the same thing. Your dreams will only become as abundant and as prosperous as you are dreaming them to be, only when you can face the truth of your emotions. Because I feel like your emotions, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So, okay, your theme with this Page of Pentacles is you need to allow your intuition to sort of anchor you into this physical reality. When an emotion comes up, you have to anchor it in your body. And when you anchor it in your body, you have to allow your body to naturally express that emotion, not stop it or hinder it or prevent yourself from crying or from feeling what you're meant to feel. Okay. Now, what are you accomplishing? High Priestess. Okay. So High Priestess here really speaks about that intuition. It speaks about, seeing beyond what is in the physical. High Priestess is about that inner knowing the truth of why we experience the things that we experience, or why we go through the things that we go through. And I feel that this is about you learning to rise, you learning to connect to that higher version of yourself, or that higher self, and really see things from that vantage point so that you could ultimately understand everything. Understand why you've sort of shut yourself off, why you sort of prevent yourself from right, because I feel like you keep hitting like this threshold where you're not really expressing yourself anymore, and you're not growing, you're not really learning anything else, because this is something that you're ultimately needing to learn. Okay, now what do you need to avoid? You have the Four of Pentacles. Again, this is really about, you need to avoid closing yourself off emotionally. You have to allow yourself to be open. You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You have to allow yourself to be hurt, because that is how you learn understanding. It's how you learn compassion. It's how you learn forgiveness. It's how you learn happiness. It's how you learn joy. Like, there are other things that you are needing to learn at a higher level, but you're not allowing yourself that because you're closing yourself off emotionally. And this is what Spirit is really wanting you to avoid. You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable, because that is how you are going to truly expand your consciousness and your awareness here, Aquarius. Now, what do you need to embrace? The Two of Swords. I feel that what you're embracing here with this Two of Swords is the unknown. You need to embrace that, because I feel like, because you've often closed yourself off emotionally, and you've not really allowed yourself to feel the feelings that you need to feel in order to understand its opposite. I feel like you're so afraid of what other people might think, or you're so afraid of what you might experience, or how far it might go, or how deep it might actually go. And I feel that's what prevents you. And you need to embrace that. You need to embrace that uncertainty, because I feel that once you embrace that uncertainty, because so this is what I see. When I'm looking at this vertically right here in this middle line, you have the Page of Pentacles with the Two of Swords and the Moon. Okay, and because the Two of Swords is your embrace card, this is it's the heart of your reading here, Aquarius. The Two of Swords is, you have to embrace the uncertainty, right? The Moon is about the secrets, right? Like all of the things that we keep hidden, right? And the more that you continue to hide your emotions, the more that you continue to stuff your emotions, the harder it's going to get for you to travel along the path that you are meant to be on, right? This is all about seeing things exactly for what they are. So what you need to embrace is the uncertainty. Trusting and knowing that your intuition is never going to lead you astray. It is never going to leave you hanging. It is never going to leave you alone to suffer in silence. It is always going to guide you, inspire you, motivate you, and provide you with exactly what it is that you need in that given moment. Now, what is your obstacle? The Five of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel that what this is saying is that the Five of Pentacles is really like a test of resources. It's feeling like you're alone and you're left out in the cold, right? And I feel like whenever you invest in your emotions, like I feel like there's a part of you that feels like sometimes those emotions get so deep that you're all alone and that no one is there to help pull you out of that space, right? But understand that sometimes you have to go to the lowest point in order for you to truly rise far beyond above where you are here, Aquarius. Because there is the Hierophant right underneath this Five of Pentacles. And the Hierophant is about higher learning, higher understanding. And it's about breaking patterns and beliefs and barriers of, things that have been passed on from generation to generation. I would not be surprised here, Aquarius, if this is really like ancestral trauma that you're having to literally clear through. And it could be that maybe this is what maybe you're experiencing a lot of emotions that you haven't really felt, and you're not really understanding why you're feeling it, and you're trying to suppress it. And Spirit is really saying, no, let it come through. Let it work its course, because this is ancestral trauma that you are having to clear for your future lineage. So with this Five of Pentacles, the obstacle is really going to be awareness, right? Really needing to be aware, like not understanding that, when you're in the midst of something, because I feel like a lot of times when we get so caught up in victimhood, like this is really about victim energy, right? Like, oh, poor pitiful me kind of thing. We're not aware of the beauty that surrounds us. We're not aware of the synchronicities that Spirit provides us. We're just so focused on, on the loss or the disappointment that we're currently feeling. And we have to be willing to see we have to be willing to see the resources and see what is there and what is available and what is accessible. Okay. Now, what is your support? The Seven of Pentacles. This is about learning to be grateful, right? Understanding that this is a part of how we grow. It's a part of how we expand our knowledge and our consciousness and our awareness. And I feel that your support in this is recognizing that, understand that the amount of effort and energy that you put into something, you will start to see the rewards. It's just like when we take a seed and we plant it, and the more light, the more sun that we provide it, the more water that we provide it, we ultimately get to see it grow. We get to see it become something even better, right? And I feel that's really what your support is. I feel that the more you focus in on allowing your emotions to be expressed, you will start to blossom into this new person. You will have a better handle and a better understanding of everything. And I feel that you will gain this greater sense of knowledge and wisdom that you will be able to then share with other people. Now, what is your action? Your action with the Moon card here is just simply that. You have to continue on this path. No matter how frightening it might be to walk on this path of darkness towards something that is hidden from you, right? You have to understand that the moon is lighting your path. Yes, it's not as clear as you would like it to be, but I promise you that when you reach the end, you will be so grateful. I really feel that ultimately your action is just, you need to just do that. You need to trust in your intuition. You need to trust in the process. Trust in the process. Even though you don't know what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like, you just have to trust in it. And what is your advice and your encouragement? The Hierophant. You are being led. You are being led down this path towards enlightenment. There is something here that you are needing to understand at a much higher perspective than you're even aware of. And I feel that it's important for you to acknowledge that. It's important for you to embrace that. It's like you're needing this. This is like another layer, another level of ascension that you're sort of going through. So let's look at the bottom of the deck and see what additional insight and information we have. So you have the Page of Cups here. Love this. So you have the Page of Cups. So this is basically telling me that once you really fully embrace this process, you will be able to have a better vision of your dreams and your desires, and it will manifest for you. It will create for you, because then we have the Queen of Cups, right? So this is about understanding that you will start to be able to feel all of the love from relationships around you, from the, Mother Gaia and from your support team with this Ace of Cups. Like, this is beautiful. So what this is telling me here is, because then you have the Sun. Love this. So what this is telling me here, Aquarius, is that this is really about relationships, okay? And I feel like this is about a relationship that you have with your emotions. And I feel that you will have so much clarity. You'll be able to understand the concept of oneness. So this is really like shifting from a 3D reality into a 5D reality. And this is beautiful. So this is ultimately what it's saying, and it's gonna really benefit you in so many ways. So let's go ahead and see what additional insight Spirit has for you here. What additional information and insight can you offer Aquarius here? What additional information and insight do you have for Aquarius? Okay. It gave you 2 cards, but I'm only going to take one. Let me see which one it wants. We want this one. Ha! I can't make this stuff up, guys. You got number 43, enlightenment. And I literally just said that. This is about truly the enlightenment that you, this is a part of the process. This is part of your ascension. This is part of what you're here to do. You're meant to evolve. Okay, here's what it says. Evolution is guaranteed. You are waking up from your old habits and patterns. At times you may feel bewildered or not quite like yourself. Relax. All is well. You are just keeping up with your evolution and the life that you desire. Your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to your new and loving soul perspective. It is common for your mind or body to resist, react, or panic when you experience the unfamiliar or unknown. However, from this higher vantage, you can change any story that splits in two and heal any wounds. You are not trying to replace a negative memory with a positive one. Instead, see all the components of a memory so that a new conclusion can form. An unbalanced memory recreates the trauma every time it is talked about or remembered. This event or person will be blamed for pain in your life today. A balanced memory has no charge or activation and becomes wisdom. You may even come to see a challenge as the best thing that ever happened to you. Once you change and heal your opinion, enlightenment will shine through as wisdom. Aquarius, this is an absolutely beautiful message, and I cannot tell you how much it actually matches with everything that we talked about. So I hope that you were able to gain a little bit of clarity and insight this month. Understand and know that you are meant to evolve into this 5D reality of oneness. So really allow yourself to really see things from a very different perspective, from a higher perspective this month as you go into July. So I thank you so much, Aquarius, for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.